I'm out by this ranch, set up by this corral, do some howls, get some talking to me out in this prairie dog town, and kind of light up a little bit everywhere. Trying to get these to come. They're just kind of hanging out there. Finally, this one kind of breaks loose. Just playing some rabbit, seeing what happens. I'm kind of looking around with my binoculars right now, see what else is happening. See, this one's just hanging out, not doing anything. That other one really never came in. So I'm looking around and there's one behind me. Well, I did not plan for anything to come from this direction. If you come too much further down this fence line, it's going to be downwind. You can see there's some hill in the way. It's a bad place for this coyote to come from. So right now I'm trying to figure out, well, those two actually out in that prairie dog town, are they going to come? Is this one going to get here first? I'm kind of spinning back and forth with the binos trying to figure that out. Those other two just kind of skirt me out in the prairie dog town and hang out there about 300 some yards. So I'm back looking for this one on the rifle and trying to figure out where's he going to go. Is he going to go here? Is he going to go up the fence line and get my wind? So I'm kind of looking around for him. Found him. At this point, he's only like 50, 60 yards and he's locked up, and I don't know if he can see me a little, if he sees those other coyotes. I had turned off the collar because I didn't want this thing to run me over, and so I'm kind of reaching in my pocket trying to hit the mute button and get the collar back going, give this guy some reason I just need a few more steps out of him. Seems like we're in this Mexican standoff forever here. I'm really thinking hard. Can you shoot through this bale feeder? Can you not? Think I'm in business? Wait. Right here, I'm like, is there another bar in the back that's coming up that I'm going to hit? I can't tell. So at this point, I just want to let things play out. Need a few more steps out of him. He decides to head downwind. His bale feeder is about 15 yards from me. Spin around, try to find those other two, and they are nowhere to be found. Here's the slow-mo. Seems like a great shot, but he kind of crawled off. And I don't know, I think he's only about 20, 30 yards there, so I must have hit him low just because he was so close. Well, I look around, and here's another one behind me, and this coyote can't be more than 100 yards from my truck. Maybe closer. And he's very close to being downwind. And again, we got fence line in the way, we got hill in the way. Really didn't anticipate anything coming from this direction. So I try some different things. I decided to try some pup distress, see if I can break him loose, because I'm ranging him and he's in that 250, maybe 270 range, and Just don't have a great shot. Well, so I'm ranging him now with the binos and deciding I probably should better shoot pretty soon. He's heading downwind. You'll see he catches my wind. Hit him, and he runs off. Looking around, seeing if he'll come around here if I can get another shot at him. And I never do see that one again. Looking around and well, here's that one I shot by the bale feeder. It limped out here and laid down, so I can just see his head. And I probably should shoot him in the head right now. But I figured that I hit him pretty good and he's not going anywhere. But he eventually limps on off, and I never do recover that one. Slow-mo on the one behind me. See, he catches my wind. You can see I just kind of aim center mass. Probably shot him right in the guts. So I get looking around. I pick up all my stuff, go up another side of that bale feeder, and just looking around for blood. And I scan around. I see this guy sitting out there. He's just sitting on his butt, and there's actually a second coyote that kind of ran off to the right. So I get the collar out of my backpack and turn it on by my feet and see if I can get this guy to come a little closer. I try rabbit, and I try some pup distress, and I try different things because he's in that 250, 270 range. It's like I don't want to try to shoot that far standing at 3 power with a 223. So at some point, let's try some coyote fight. I broke him loose. It's kind of starting to head downwind, which is fine. I have a lot of room to work to my right. Then he decides, well, maybe upwind is better. I just don't like the angle. The collar's at my feet. He's definitely not coming straight at me. So, wondering, is he going to skirt me now? Do I need to take this? Right now, I think he's probably about 220-ish. Now he's kind of in some deep grass, and I'm thinking I probably need to do something. But it turns out I don't. Just for whatever reason, now he's coming about straight at me. Oh, that's plenty close. I'm going to give him a growl. And that one runs off. And I can't hit him. That should have been a good shot there. Wasn't. See all the deer in the background? They don't really like all my shooting. I lose them, and I kind of scan around with the binos and pick him up again. I get one more shot. I think I bury him with this one, but I never did find him. There's deep grass out there, and I just said, the heck with it. Here's the slow-mo. I don't know how to aim better than this. Good old 223. Okay, here's the next night. Slipped out for one set behind the house. Apologize for my tripod malfunctions. I tend to loosen it too much and it slips. So I'd done some howls and got some howling down by the river. It was hard to tell whether they're on my side or the other side of the river. And started off with some jackrabbit, and here they come over the hill. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see here that I went to black hot, and it just looked a lot better in this set because there was a lot more snow here, and that white hot just looked terrible. So switch to black hot, looks pretty good. There's times I'm going to speed this up to 2x, like right here, just because in the interest of time, they do a lot of screwing around out on this hillside and trying to figure out which way to get to me. They kind of start heading upwind and then eventually they go downwind, and I couldn't tell what they were going to do. And you'll see there's times I'm just panning around trying to keep tabs on all 4 of them. Just because sometimes we got a group, several will do one thing and then another one might come straight in. And with zero peripheral vision in the thermal, I gotta keep looking around for them. So I just keep using the rabbit, kind of going up and down with that. Figured might as well keep it going. That's why they came. They kind of start skirting. We're still at 2x right now. I'm gonna go downwind. Just kidding. Just keeping tabs on them. I'm ranging them because they're kind of heading to my downwind and not exactly coming straight in. Right in that 250, 270. Just further than I like to shoot because I'll probably miss. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're coming or leaving. I'm trying to see if one of them might commit all the way here. The wind's kind of blowing right to left here. I got this cut in front of me. And the collar's actually behind me a little bit here. They're definitely not coming straight in. Heading downwind. So I keep ranging, wondering, is this as good as I'm going to get it here? Do I need to take a long shot? Just flustered that 4 coyotes would come this far only to skirt me. So they're definitely heading downwind. So I'm digging for the collar or the remote. I gotta do something. Well, let's try some coyote fight. Seems magic other places. Well, that seemed to do it. I think they're kind of just heading a little that way to get on a cow trail. Kind of deep grass. And now they're coming straight in. I keep looking for the fourth one. Is he going to show up right in front of me? No, I just got to concentrate on these three. Come to about 65 yards and I give him a growl. Finally, the 223 dropped one. And I probably should have been shooting this whole time, but I'm trying to get them to stop. They won't. Eventually one stops out there and I take a long shot and miss. Still looking for that fourth one. There he is.